Alexis and I. So we'll be covering both the fundamentals and the technical side of trading and see what we have going on ahead. Okay, I think people are starting to stream in at the moment. Yeah. So I think towards the end of this session, just now I did ask Alexis a simple question about I read on the news that there are economists predicting that SGD might go on parity with USD. Now, for those overseas audience, Alexis and I, we're both based in Singapore. So very much have vested interest in the SGD dollars. Yeah. So I think she and I have pretty differing opinions. So it's up for discussion. Let's see what it has. But for now, let me share my screen and see what I have on the currency indices. Okay. Now, just give me a minute. Okay. So straight off the bat. Okay. So top of my list for this week, I have what my readings is that I'm gonna be strong on Euro and Aussie. I'm gonna be weak on Pound and Swiss. Well, to be exact, really strong on Euro Aussie, kind of strong on the Canadian dollars, really weak on the Pound and Swiss, kind of weak on the Jet dollar. Japanese yen, sorry. Yeah, in the middle, I have the Kiwi and dollar. Don't really know where they are going at the moment. So let me have a look at the euro. So the euro, the index at the moment, I think it's pretty straightforward. To me, is that the price has been rising uh, ever since start of this year. Really don't know whether it's due to the euro economy or is it really due to the tariffs. Not that I really have a huge vested interest in it, but whichever that is, price seems to have a very classic on the Euro index break retest. I think it has a good amount of space rising to 120. Yes. So I'm banking on that, going strong on Euro for the next 2 weeks at least. Now on the next currency is the actually Australian dollar. You can see that price is actually since last year, no, 2 years back, pretty much rangy. Yeah, very, very nice range, in fact, I would say. And then price still has ample space to go up to at least I don't even want to say that this is how do I put it, weak level. It looks pretty strong to me. In the middle, right now it's really in the middle of nowhere. So I would say it does have good chances to actually go up to this level at least, which is actually $68. Yeah, so ample space to go up. But I will be tread a bit more carefully with the Australian dollar, at least go on the established trend, not on some turnovers. Now the Canadian dollar, which is on the still on the strong side, possibly strong side, I should say, is that look, price last few weeks just rejected $70, break above this very, very nice looking horizontal level. Waiting for it to retest, might be in the middle of this week, and then our bank uh put a bet that it might go up to $76. Yeah. So this is more on the speculative side, not so much on the technical readings, but just waiting for price to actually have a good retest on this level. Now, in the matter of the readings is that the New Zealand dollar, honestly speaking, I don't know where it wants to go now. Long term, it is weakening, no doubt. But now price recently broke its 60, come back down, hovering on this level. Till it has proven to me that it wants a nice clean break below 60. It wouldn't be touching the Kiwi for now. Yeah, but in a week or two, it might prove it really interesting to trade this pair to the downside if it has a really, really decisive close. On the US dollar, I'm sure you have read some sort of news that all dooms and gloom for the US dollar. But on the technical side, for me, it's very clear cut. Price has a nice break of 100. And I think this is a very, very nice, very important level. I'm just waiting for some sort of retest. And when it does that, then I'll be shorting the US dollar with a very, very definitive stance all the way to 90. Yeah. Short of doing that, for intraday trading, I might be a bit more careful. But for a week, especially I'm a 4 hour trader, I do hold my trades for at least usually between a week to a month. I would prefer to see price have some sort of retest or definitive rejection of over here, and then I'll be happily shorting it. For now, the New Zealand dollars and the USD, I'll be having a pause. Now the Japanese yen, Really, this is also a weakening currency, so it's on its way weakening down. Nothing much to be said. I think still has some space to push to this horizontal level. So if you see spot any trends, good trends on daily, 4 hour to 1 hour, just hop in for a good ride. Now the British pound. Now, ever since my last, I've told you guys that price will actually break above, and then since that from the past, it does not like to actually remain. On overall, I have to admit that it's a bit messy chart, but you can actually spot a level over here. So price recently rejected this level, so I am seeing that it will go down to 130, and then from there, I don't know, right? But at least for now, it seems that it does want to go to 130, and there are ample space for it to travel downwards. And the last on my list, which I think is the weakest, which is really has some similarities to the British pound, is the Swiss. Now, if you look in the past, which is really back in the past, 2011, price did broke up. I forgot what was due to this, and then you got back down. Now, similar things is happening here. You can see that this is a very nice looking rejection. So price ought to travel to 120 as it has done so in the past. So this will be my weakest pair, one of the weakest currency that I'll be trading it. Now, so on the specific front, we are going to trade the strongest against the weakest due to the how I analyzed. So Euro Swiss will be top of my list. Now, on this level, price has actually been interacting on this level. So I am waiting for some sort of definitive, I would say, buyer's bar to come in. Then I can put a first position. Second position will be waiting for price to have a very simple break and retest. So somewhere around here. So this, to me, I'll be actually holding all the way to 0.94. Will be easily I would say, if it does happen, I'll easily be holding to 4 to 1, 5 to 1 kind of trading setup. Now, Euro Pound, we are already on an established trend. So as long as you fulfill your trend trading strategy, just hop it in. But if you want to be a bit more prudent, you can actually wait for a classic break and retest. Euro Yen also on an established trend already. Now it's on the high side of a previous high. So I am definitely going to wait for a break and retest, and then I'll hop it in. Now, Aussie Swiss, I'm actually waiting for a reversal to happen. So if you look at what price has been doing now, long term, really long term, is on a downtrend, no doubt. But you can see that price is sort of bottoming out here. We have a higher low, higher high, higher low. Uh, it's not so definitive to me at the moment. So I just need price to break this structure at the moment, right? So we I'm unable to trade on the lowest side. I've sort of missed the train, so it's okay. Waiting for price to break and retest. When it does this, then I will gladly say that it's the start of a uptrend, and I will jump in. And the last on my list will be Pound Odd, which is really the opposite of Aussie Swiss. You can see that price is really messy here. Don't think it's a good idea. Now, if you do want to take a high risk setup, this is where I will be taking it because it will be at least the one, two, third lower high. Yeah, so relatively safe, but bigger picture is still messy. So that's why I deem that this is a high risk setup. But if you do get in, then you would be in for a very good risk to reward if it does work out. Otherwise, simply just wait for a break of structure, a break and retest at this level, 2.045. This will be a much more safer, conservative place to place a short setup. Yep, so these are the 5 pairs that I'll be keeping a lookout for the upcoming week ahead. So with that, I'll pass the screen over to Alexis.